Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Sunday. So yes, you guys are seeing two videos from me today. That is because a couple of you kept on top of me, which is a good thing. I'm not saying it was a bad thing, but you kept on top of me about getting around to burning and doing some post-burn reviews of the Homeworx Country Roads Trio, of which the mulled wine is right here. Sorry, they're big. I can't hold up three. But anyway, you kept after me and you were like, okay, so they smell good on cold sniff, but what do they smell like burning? What's the quality of the burn? How are the wicks? Yada, yada. Give us the details. Okay, so I'm finally here to do that because I finally this week took 2 days to do 2 solid separate burns at 3 hours each. So I think that I can at least tell you how the candles are doing so far. Sorry, I sit on an exercise ball and like I'm not really on it the way that I need to be, so I feel like I'm just gonna go whoop any second. Anyway, so here I am with a post-burn review. First off, the price of this set did now go up on the QVC website. When it was first released, I believe it was $49.50 or something like that. It is now the regular QVC price of $60 plus $7.50 shipping and handling. You guys know how I feel about QVC shipping and handling. I hate that they don't combine the shipping if you are placing multiple orders. I hate that they don't regularly offer sales or coupons or anything like that. So, you know, there's that. But that being said, right now, Homeworx is available in kind of 3 main places, that being QVC, where these are exclusive to, by the way. Amazon, you can certainly buy the candles on Amazon, and if you have Amazon Prime, that's great. And obviously on Ulta as well. The selection on Amazon and Ulta is probably more limited, but do check out the Ulta website, and I will link a few examples down below. In fact, I'll just link all of the new like fall candles that were recently released on Ulta. At the time that I'm filming this, they are not 2 for $40 yet, so you may want to hold on until they're 2 for $40, or if you don't want to risk them selling out before you're able to get your hands on them, feel free to order them at $25 each. But I do believe that they will be 2 for $40 at some point. I don't know, maybe a month or so from now. So you decide what works for you. But yeah, QVC. The price now went up on the trio, which is, you know, that's disappointing. I obviously wish that they would have kept it at the old price because these were an incredible deal for what they were first selling for. That being said, the price of $60, I still think is fair for what you're getting here. That being said, that is relative based on what you are willing to spend on candles. So let's get into it. I'm going to start with the burn because that is often, a thing that is a concern for a lot of people. So let me just tell you this so far. So I'm going to show you pine needles first here, and beautiful pine needles on the front. So here is the wax and the wicks. I actually trimmed the wicks. I did not trim the wicks on the mulled wine so that you could see what they look like post burn, and then we will trim them together. But I like the wicks. These are good wicks. They do form a slight mushroom top that is very easy to just click off with some scissors, and then you're good to go. You do not ever want to trim Homeworx before your first burn, and you do not want to trim the wicks super short for subsequent burns. Leave yourself some length. Just nip off like the top mushroom top part, and you're good to go. There was no sooting there. It's burning very cleanly. Like there's no residue on the sides. Like I'm trying to see if I can see any residue. I can't see any. Now I did do a little test with these candles because Harry always talks about how you should use his lids, these guys right here, to actually extinguish your candles. And so I did a little test, and I did extinguish the pine needles with the lid. So essentially your candle is flaming, beautiful, bright flames. You go in and you just set that on top and it extinguishes the candle. And then you leave that on there until the wax hardens. And then you open it, you trim your wicks, and you can relight it. Here's the thing though, and this has always happened to me, and I don't know why this doesn't happen to other people when they do this, but my candle smells smoky now. The other two that I blew out, not smoky. So yeah, I'm sure it's just kind of in like the top layer of the wax, so it'll burn off, but I much prefer blowing these candles out. So I don't know. What is your experience? Do you use the lid or do you blow them out? This has a smokiness on the second burn that it did not have after the first burn. So if you don't like a smoky scent to at least this pine needles candle, I would say blow it out, don't use the lid. In terms of the fragrance itself, it's actually very pleasant. I like it a lot more than I thought I would. This was definitely my least favorite out of the trio. But you know what I like it when I like it the most is when it's burning with the other two candles, which is kind of the intention here, or the intention is to kind of start like easing into fall, going a little further into fall, and then going into like the holiday winter time with this. So you have like a candle wardrobe, if you will, that will help you transition. But yeah, this one I like a lot better when all three are in the same area and they're able to mingle. But on its own, this is a very earthy pine scent. Very earthy. You gotta like the smell of a little bit of dirt. Not in a bad way, but in that like, if you like these types of candles, you know what I'm talking about. It's not my personal favorite, so I can't think of like better descriptors for it, but it does. It smells like dirt. I'm working outside a lot right now, and as I'm digging and putting hundreds of plants into the ground, like I'm smelling dirt, and that is in this candle. So it's very authentic in that way. So the notes here are pine needles, cypress, frosted greens, and fir balsam. This is mostly pine to me. Maybe some balsam. Yeah, when it's burning, it's mostly pine. It's very fresh, smells very real. It smells like a pine Christmas tree. That's what this smells like. If you like that, you're gonna love this. It's not one that I would want multiples of personally. I love Harry's more like involved tree scents, like Season's Greetings, I think was like the best ever. It was so good. I was so bummed out when he decided he was gonna like nix that one from the lineup forever. So super bummed. A lot of people really like white birch. I think white birch was good. Not one that I was like crazy about the way some people were. Like I was crazy about Season's Greetings. I hope he comes back with another more like, that one to me, someone described it as like a Victorian Christmas tree type smell, and that's exactly what as soon as I saw that, I was like, that's what it smells like. It smells like a beautiful old-fashioned like Victorian Christmas. It was delightful. Anyway, that's a lot of time on pine needles. The throw on this one was about a 6. The strength was right around a 6 as well. That's fine for me, but this one was not like crazy strong. I didn't smell this one over all the other ones. Let me tell you what the strongest one was, and that was Country Road. Holy moly. This one, okay, first, strength, like 8.5, like this one's strong. Also, this one travels the most, I feel like, out of the 3. So I'm gonna put the throw on this one at about an 8 as well. It's beautiful. This smells very close to Cold Sniff when it's burning. So when it's lit, it smells exactly the same as when it's unlit. This one also has an earthy element to it, but not as earthy as the pine needles. So this one says gala apple, clove leaf, orange slices, and tonka bean. There's quite a bit of tonka in here for sure. There's also the apple note for sure. It's almost like, and I know that Harry doesn't like it when we do comparisons to old Bath & Body Works scents. But if you really like leaves from Bath & Body Works, this is kind of in the same vein as leaves. It's not a dupe for it, but it's the same type of scent where you're getting some spiciness, some apple, very seasonal. Like this is fall. That's what this is. It's fall. 100% fall. It'd actually be really lovely burning next to a leaves candle or in addition to, maybe in another room. And if the two of them met in the middle, I bet you would be the happiest person ever. It's beautiful. Wicks, the same. So I did trim these wicks so you can see about how long they are. Again, really clean burn. Everything is going down on the sides. Love the label on this one. The light coming through from the candlelight through the trees is freaking beautiful. It is so beautiful, you guys. This one, I think it's so beautiful. This one, I would probably want more of. Yeah. And let me tell you guys about my favorite. Mulled wine. Okay, so let's take a look at these wicks when they are untrimmed. So there you can see. Now, these wicks do want to lean a little bit. They don't just go completely over into the wax. But if you were to burn these for like more than 5 hours at a time, these are the types of wicks because they do get the mushroom tops here. That's what I'm talking about, that little nubby part right there. When that happens, that makes the top of the wick very heavy, and they do want to like do this number. And if they do this number too much, they dip into the wax, and then when you blow it out, it'll harden and you're left with a wick that is buried in the wax. So really the most ideal amount of time that I have found to burn a Homeworx candle is probably 3.5 hours. That is like prime Homeworx burning for sure. That's perfect. It's really perfect. So yeah, the strength of this one is about a 7.5, and the throw is probably a 6 or a 7. It doesn't travel a whole lot of distance, but that might also be because I just kept smelling this further and further away. So this one here, the notes on here read mulled red Cabernet, black apple, crushed cinnamon, and cranberry. I love this one, you guys. It smells so good. I could stick my nose in this for days and I wouldn't get tired of it. It's beautiful. But it's none of these are like a gourmand type scent, which is what I typically go for. But it is a very unique, very beautiful take on a mulled wine. There's some spiciness to it from the crushed cinnamon, but it's not red hot cinnamon. It's just like a really nice high quality cinnamon. And it's just pretty. It's a very, very pretty scent. So for me, I would want more of this, hands down. Obviously the problem for me is if I order multiple sets, then I'm gonna have a bunch of these pine needles candles that I would probably end up gifting. I don't know. I do have one of these on order for the fall that I bought myself. By the way, these were sent as PR, so I didn't pay for these. Homeworx candles will begin being sent from QVC, I believe the end of August this year. So if you place your orders now, you're not going to get charged until then. I'm going to put links for everything down below for you guys if you want to know exactly where to buy these. But yeah, this one is, it's amazing. It's a beautiful scent. And also this is another one where when it's lit up, it's just beautiful. The pine needles is nice too. But I don't know, I don't find the light shining through the pine needles quite as magical as I do with these other two. So pretty. These two next to each other are just the epitome of beautiful fall. All right, I've got my scissors here. I'm going to very quickly attempt to show you guys. So I'm looking before I'm cutting. So I've got, this is what I'm talking about, the mushroom top here. This is the part that you want to nip off, and that's it. Don't cut the rest of the wick. Just cut that little niblet off. This little niblet. There's 4 niblets, so get your 4 niblets off. And then you are ready to relight this bad boy. And that's the perfect length. Leave them just like that. I'm really bad with like inches, centimeters, that kind of thing. So I'm not even, I don't know, maybe like half an inch? I don't know. Just this, just make them this long. Whatever that is. Anyway, love them. I love them, you guys. I think pine needles is the only one that I'm a little bit ambivalent about, but even that one's very nice. I think I might actually put that one out in the backyard to burn when we're outside. We do have a really nice covered patio area, so that might be one that just goes out there and we enjoy it for the fall season outside. But these other ones, I am really cherishing these because they're beautiful. So if you're still on the fence, or if you ordered them and after this you decide to cancel your order or whatever, anyway, I hope that this was helpful. Overall, there's a good strength to all three of them. There is a decent throw to all three of them. And two of the scents just kind of rocked my world. So for me, this is a great trio. And yeah, wicks are good. I'm not having any wick issues. So let me know if you have any questions down below. I'll put links in the description box. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch today. I will have more Homeworx reviews coming up for you guys here shortly. I am planning on placing an order with Ulta to get the new things from there so that I can start reviewing those for you guys. And then obviously later on this month when Harry's on QVC, he's gonna be releasing a lot of things. Make sure you check out the show times on QVC. That will let you know when he's going to be on air so that you know when to anticipate the products dropping on the QVC website. So have a great rest of your day and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.